Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. Today I want to discuss how I grew on social media. I'm going to give you guys all of my best tips, everything that I've learned on my journey. I'm going to share it with you guys. So first I'm going to kind of focus on Instagram because that's kind of where I first saw success. I started my current account, Maddie Bycheck, in 2020. Kind of when the pandemic first hit. I was furloughed from my corporate job for like 4 months, and so I was like, okay, I need to figure out something to do in the meantime. Like, I'm too bored, I can't just sit at home during this pandemic. So I just thought, you know, what are my hobbies, what am I passionate about? I've always had a passion for styling outfits and fashion, and so I was like, why don't I just get on my social media and start sharing my outfits of the day? And so I did. But since 2020, it's now 2024, I've grown my account to over 33,000 followers, and I've built a pretty decent sized community. I would say it's probably 95% women. My goal is to help women style outfits, feel comfortable and confident in what they're wearing, and come to me for styling advice. I've seen people grow their social media from 0 to 6-figure followers in a year. While that can happen, I don't think that that is the majority of content creators. Whether it's from going viral or they have like a very specific niche, I think that's why a lot of people grow so much faster, is because they do one specific thing, one style video, or they really cater to a specific market, which is really smart. For me, I feel like I can't narrow down my interests and my niche into just one thing doing the same thing. So like, I talk about Abercrombie, I talk about Amazon fashion, I talk about hairstyles, beauty, makeup. I feel like I can't commit to just one thing because I just have too many interests. And so if this is kind of what you're dealing with too, I think I can share some advice that might help you out too. But I will say, if you want to grow quickly and you only have like an interest in posting like one style of video, or just promoting Amazon, or just promoting activewear, like there's definitely a market for that, and I bet you could probably grow a lot faster. I can't narrow it down to only one topic like that. That's just not how my mind works. I just have so many interests I want to share. I also want to share my home decor and like cooking and recipes. So and I'm totally fine being able to share these different things and not growing as fast, because I feel like I'm still growing a community of followers that want to see like multiple styles of content from me. So I do work in social media, I would say full time. I do have kind of like a side corporate job working fully remote, but it's a contract, so it's going to end, it's not permanent. So I do look at social media as my full-time job. With that said, I haven't been able to fully replace my salary from my corporate job to be able to fully commit to social media. I know if I were to jump into social media right now, I'm sure that I could probably replace that if I had all that extra time to chase after brand collaborations and find those other avenues of revenue. But right now, with both my jobs, I don't have a lot of time to fully put everything I want to into content creation. With that said though, I still in the last year made, I believe, 32,000 just from social media in the last year, in addition to my corporate job, which I think is great for my size following. Does it fully replace my corporate salary? Not quite. So I'm not 110% comfortable fully jumping into social media by itself just yet. I just want to be able to hit like a good benchmark somewhere nearby. Oh, if anyone didn't say hi. Hi, Bubby. So yeah, once I feel financially ready, I will be jumping into social media full time. I might just be another year before I'm ready to make that leap. So the most common question I always get is, how do I grow my account? How do I get people to see my page, and how can I get my content pushed out in the algorithm? So just focusing on Instagram for right now. This could apply to TikTok as well, but for Reels, it's really important, I know you've probably heard this, to focus on Reels, because Reels are getting pushed out to a new audience, whereas for the most part your photos and carousels is just going to be shown to your primary audience, and it does take a little bit more to have it show up in the explore page. Your reels, however, get pushed out a little bit further into people that do not follow you. And that comes from the head of Instagram himself, Mosseri. He has said this multiple times on his channel, so I'm just taking that straight from his page. Okay, so back to reels and videos though. One of the most important things about creating content is that it needs to be high quality, eye-catching, attention-grabbing within the first 3 seconds especially. So think about how can you capture your audience's attention in the first second or two. Think about when you're scrolling on TikTok or scrolling on Instagram Reels, what is making you stop? What is making you stop and watch this video? How are they grabbing your attention? Like, that to me is the most important thing when I'm scrolling my reels. I don't really scroll just to like consume content. I'm scrolling to get ideas, like how did people grab their audience's attention and how can I put that or use that in my content. So not only attention grabbing, but it has to be high quality. You need to have good lighting. I have these studio lights behind me right now so that I have much better lighting. You wouldn't be able to tell, but it's like thunderstorming here right now. But good lighting, a well-lit area, clean. Okay, so don't look at my background, it's kind of messy, but you get what I'm saying. Okay, so I came out with my micro-influencer guide, how I make money on social media. And so I'm actually gonna read part of this to you. These are my like 6 requirements for how I can tell if I'm putting out high quality content, okay? Number 1, and I'm fashion related, remember, so this probably will pertain more to the fashion. Number 1, my outfit is fully styled, including accessories, and is an outfit I would actually wear. I want to make sure I'm creating not only content that my audience loves, but that I'm being true to myself and my sense of style. But wearing accessories, adding sunglasses, adding a belt, adding a hair clip, this is something that really completes the outfit and takes it from just wearing clothes to styling your outfit. I think I've noticed that really is what people are looking for on social media, is how to style an outfit. Anyone can put on a shirt and jeans, but how do you make it look good? So I think that's really what a lot of people struggle with, and that's what they're searching for in social media is, okay, how do I wear this? For this occasion, how do I style this dress, you know? So I really focus on the accessories and how you can make that look fully styled and just look put together. Number 2, for photos, I edit everything with my own presets, my Pinterest reel presets. And then I adjust the colors and the light as needed. So I'm already taking high quality photos with good lighting, right? Sometimes the color hue or like the tone can get either a little bit yellowy or a little bit blue, depending on the time of day. And you also want your feed to be somewhat cohesive. I know I personally follow accounts where I go to their page and I'm inspired by how pretty their feed and their photos look and mesh well together. Like, that's definitely a huge draw for me, so I try to do the same on my page. So my presets create a pretty cohesive color scheme. It's very natural and very subtle, and that's what I prefer. I don't do any heavy editing. I feel like that's super like 2008. And yeah, I keep it natural, and I think that really helps draw people to my page. Number 3, videos. My video will catch somebody's attention within the first 3 seconds. That's kind of what I had mentioned, because people's attention spans nowadays, just like they expect everything immediately and they want to know what the video is about. As soon as they scroll through your video, they want to be drawn in. So I like watch my videos over and over and over, and I'll be like, okay, I could have gotten their attention faster in that video. What can I do to change it in the next video? I think it's important to rewatch your videos from the perspective of a complete stranger and say, okay, if I were to watch this video for the first time, am I being, 1, entertained, 2, am I getting drawn in? Is there a hook? And 3, what is making me watch this until the end of the video? I think it's important to be honest with yourself about your content, because if it's not performing well, you have to go back and look at the basics. Okay, what can I do better? Obviously, it's not performing, so I need to change something. So I look at those 3 things: attention grabbing, am I hooking them in immediately, and then what is making them watch until the end. Number 4, the location I'm shooting in has great lighting as well as a clean or nice looking background. Again, that's kind of what I just touched on there too. Number 5, I'm sharing content that my target audience will enjoy and want to save or share with their friends and family. So that was actually a really big one. Again, Masseri, the head of Instagram, just a couple days ago, said that the best way to tell how your content is performing or is going to perform is by the amount of sends and shares it receives. So to me, that means the algorithm is probably going to push it out further the more shares and sends it has to people. So if you're creating content, create something that you yourself would want to share. Like, give someone a reason to save this video. Give them some valuable information, give them inspiration. Maybe someone wants to save it and recreate for their page later, or even comedy, something kind of funny where they can save it and come back to it for a laugh, or want to send it to their friends and, you know, it's relatable. Their friends want to laugh at it too. So savable content is very important. All right, my last one, number 6. My content is either relatable, informative, helpful, funny, or aspirational. So again, giving someone a reason to save your content or send it to somebody else is just going to help push your content out even more. Okay, so now that we've created high quality, savable, shareable content, we're gonna go ahead and post to Instagram, TikTok, whatever. So Instagram, I used to place like a huge emphasis on putting hashtags in the caption or in the comments. I'll be honest, I rarely use hashtags anymore. Like maybe on Reels, I'll use like 3 hashtags that are related somehow. Photos, I don't think I do any anymore. And I honestly don't think it plays a huge part in reaching a new audience for photos. And I've noticed other photos that are on the Explore page that have thousands of likes don't use hashtags. So I really don't think that plays a huge factor anymore like it once did. Reels, I'm not really sure. The Reels analytics to me are not as detailed as what it shows me for photos. So Reels, I still use hashtags because I can't really see how my content is being found rather than just on like the Reels tab. So after I share my post or my Reel to my Instagram, I'll share it to my story because I know a lot of the times my audience will go to my page from that Reel or that photo to check it out. So it just gets me more views and more eyes on my content from my followers, because these days I feel like Instagram really doesn't show your content to your followers as much as, you know, especially with Reels, it's really getting pushed out to a new audience. So then after I do that, I will go like, comment, engage with other content creators in my niche. That engagement kind of lets them know I'm active or that maybe I have a new post up. And so a lot of times in the content creator community, you'll have like reciprocating likes and comments. If you do it to someone else's post, they'll probably do it to yours. And I'm not talking about engagement groups, don't do that. But just, it's kind of like a formality. If you go like and comment on another creator's post, like they'll probably come back and do the same for you, which I think is so nice. And I'll also make sure to respond to every comment on my post, whether it's a question or just someone that said, oh my God, I love this. I'll just respond back saying like thank you or like a smiley face or something. I think that also helps build engagement on your post, and it shows Instagram that you're active and you're online and that you have a new post, and hopefully that will help push it out more. All right, I'm going to share my best tip for growing on your social media platform. Someone else gave me this advice and it's honestly true, especially for most of my content that has gone viral. Mostly Reels went viral because of this tip, and because of that I'm going to keep applying it and doing the same thing in the future, and I believe it's going to help me grow faster. Okay, are you ready? Here it is. Do not gatekeep information. You're going to tell your audience everything you know. It's that simple. A lot of times people just want to give you a teaser and then ask you to buy their ebook or buy their course. But honestly, I just feel that giving everyone the information right away is going to make your audience trust you, look to you for guidance, want to follow you, and take your advice because they see that it works for you. So for example, I've shared on my social media several times about how I had my boyfriend take the perfect photo for me and how I like trained him. And every single one of those have gone viral because everyone wants to know how to take the perfect photo, how to get the right angle, and how to teach their boyfriend to be able to take their photos for them. Almost everything informational that I've shared about content creation goes viral because people just want to know how you're growing and how you gained your following, how you get the perfect shot. And it really is that simple, but it's just finding those topics that you already know so much about in your brain, is just getting that information into a video format and hitting post, because people want to learn. They really do. That information is very valuable to other people. And I'm not just talking about content creation. You can have knowledge on how to make the perfect steak, how to change a tire, simple things like that. Like, you'd be surprised that people want to learn about things that they have never learned about before. Once you've gained a substantial following, your audience trusts you, you've built that customer loyalty, they're gonna come back and ask you more questions and want you to get deeper into explanations. And that's when you can offer them a course, offer them one-on-one class, or do an ebook, you know. That is the right time to do it. But before you have a following, you need to be able to make sure your audience trusts you. That is why you should not gatekeep anything and just tell your audience everything, and that is how you're going to build that loyalty. The next thing I'm going to touch on is just your bio, your biography, and your little blurb about you section on social media. So your bio is meant to just give you kind of like a snapshot of who you are. So if someone clicks on your page, they can see, oh, this person's located here. They talk about Amazon fashion and Abercrombie, and here's a link to all of the fashion on their page. Just wanted to make sure people can tell what you're offering, where you're located, your website or your links where people can learn more, and maybe an email, because if you have an email in your bio, that is how brands find you for collaborations and reach out to you. So make sure you have your email in your bio. Another question I get a lot is how I just edit my videos. So for Reels and TikToks, I usually cross post. I use the same video and post it to both places. I use the app CapCut. If you haven't downloaded it yet, you should. It is so easy to create fun and engaging videos. I would highly recommend just downloading it and like give yourself a half hour, just like play with it and run through it, and just, there's so many options in there. You can also import music straight from TikTok. It makes it super like streamlined. I've had a number of Reels and TikToks go viral. Most recently, there was one of me wearing my favorite pair of Abercrombie jeans in a Target, and I asked my boyfriend to just take a video of my jeans. Seems simple enough. It went viral, over 13 million views. I grew, I don't know, like 3,000 followers just from that one reel. It was literally me just showing off my jeans, and I had the caption in it. It said, "The perfect jeans don't exist," but they actually did. Went viral. So I'm telling you, like, think smarter, not harder. Keep things simple. People want to find the perfect pair of jeans, just like someone wants to find the perfect pair of shorts or the perfect pair of sunglasses. It really is that easy. You just have to share content, find what works for you. Not everything is going to go viral, but I don't think that personally is my main goal. My goal is to create a community of women that trust me for advice and come back to me to shop when they want to, because they trust me and are loyal to my recommendations. You go viral once, great, that person's gonna, you know, like what you're selling, may not follow you, and then you might never see them again. But if you have a community of a base of people that trust you and are excited about your recommendations, I think you're gonna find a lot more success as a content creator. Okay, and my last thing is, if you are brand new to content creation or you want to get into it, my advice is to just start posting. It's the hardest part is just starting to post. You can't be scared about what people are going to say about you. Your friends and family, your true friends, will support you. Don't be embarrassed. This is such a fun and rewarding job. It's a hard work, but it's also, you know, it could be your career. This could be your full-time job, and I just want you to think about that. You could be working for yourself, styling outfits all day, or cooking all day, or showing off your home decor all day. Like, how fun of a job is this? I know I wouldn't rather be doing anything else. This is very rewarding for me, and if you're thinking about it, I would just highly suggest you just go for it and start posting. Okay, so that's basically all I have for my best tips. If you guys want me to go deeper on how I make money on social media, or how to work with brands, or how to gifted partnerships into paid ones. I'd be happy to go further into detail on that. I just wanted to give you guys my best tips to set you guys up for success in the world of content creation. So just start, and thanks for watching.